Does that bother you, that new trend of Italian influencers? They're like blown up out of nowhere. All of a sudden, every influencer is like, hey, oh, good, oh, good, oh.
Him and I are white trash. That is what we are. And that's what we're known for.
Why haven't you taken some of your money and go to Art Basel and sit in a glass box and for 12 hours a day, just make memes?
My account goes against literally everything that's popular. It's coming to the point now to where I'm gonna be a Swiftie because it was so unpopular to like her that I'm now coming back to the front where I'm gonna be a Taylor Swift fan to piss more people off.
People are too afraid nowadays to lose brands, to lose friends, it's just so many things. White people humor. Big meme page.
Big. Probably the biggest guest we've had, social media following wise.
That was soft way.
Can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah.
I don't think he followed me until like 3 days ago.
Oh, Val just does that to all the guests. He's like, who? Oh,
I play hard to get.
Who?
I play hard to get, by the way. Yeah.
Got you. Fair
yeah.
enough.
I have a weird thing. I like, you know, I like to flirt.
Fair enough. Can I ask you both a question?
Yeah.
The guy, I only saw the snippets. I'm going to be 100%. I've watched a lot of your podcasts because I'm trying to catch up. I'm going to be on it. Obviously, I'll do my due diligence.
You don't have to lie. If you didn't watch it.
I love Kirill.
Neither of you are invested. I get it.
I love Kirill. Kirill is like up here for me. But
well, that's literally barely a
I'm down here. Yeah.
Still,
Kirill's right here.
Are we talking about penis sizes or what are we talking about?
Just in general. Did you see the No Jumper podcast with the guy that you did the 60 thing where he said it was a fraud?
Yeah.
Did he tell you that before or after?
Yeah, so here's what happened. This is kind of crazy.
You fucking do.
So I'm sitting there when this is happening, that No Jumper $62,000 thing, and I know this guy Lamar. And Lamar, to me, was always around. Every time I interacted with him, he was like, hey, I can get merch to Jake Paul. And then he'd send me videos of him and Jake Paul hanging out together. Then another time he's like, I can get this to...
The guy that bought the $62,000 guy.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like 10% of me, I'm like, maybe this guy is really rich and just hangs out with these other famous YouTubers, but he kind of looks like a Rick Rubin thing. So I was like, okay, maybe, but then 90% of it, I was like, there's no way this is real. Because I'm like, this is just brilliant marketing, because I'm like, this is what we would do. And
you know bullshit.
I know bullshit real fast, and then they were like, here's a follow-up, the tattoo, and then they're like, here's DMs and messages, and I'm like, oh, they're telling the story. Tattoo's real. Bro, he got $7,500 to get that tattooed.
I've done worse for less money.
Like?
What? No,
What's the worst thing? What's the worst thing you would do for $7,500?
Nothing.
Tattoo some
at this point in my life.
Girl?
At this point in my life, nothing.
If someone presented me something for $7,500, I would do it depending on what it is.
So what I'm gathered from your guys' podcast is you're like, you celebrate Judaism way more than him.
No.
I celebrate the discipline of Judaism.
No. The problem with the difference between us is I deal with the public in a different way than he does. My public, I don't really have a face-to-face. He has a face-to-face with his public from being a barber. So
he hides from everybody.
So I don't have time to engage, but I don't have time to engage with them in parties like you do. When you cut hair, you're learning 20 minutes about someone's life every day. A lot of those Jews that come in share their life, their tradition. So you have a closer understanding of being Jewish than I do, because like I'm just a Jew because I popped out of my mom's.
Right.
That's it. Right. And then I'll lean on it when I want to make an off-color Jew joke, but that's it.
It's a great,
I don't know any traditions.
It's a great trophy to have, though.
Right.
To come out of the puss Jewish.
But you essentially know more about being Jewish than I do.
Okay.
I don't have any, like, you know what's weird about me? You know what's weird about me? Like, it's people who have, like, believe in astrology, like, annoy me. People who, like, make being gay their entire personality annoy me. So, like, I never cared about being Jewish.
So you hate extremists.
I don't like, I like being a person. I like to be liked for being who I am, not for, like, these little, like, oh, I don't wear my Jew hat and I don't wear my Russian hat that often, right? Like, I don't make that my personality.
I get it.
And I get annoyed.
What about the video this morning?
What? Well, that's just a great Jew joke.
He hates being in categories. He just doesn't want to be put into, like, you don't like being put into a category. Or, like, being, like, stuck in one ideology or, like, any kind of, right? Is that what it is?
Fair enough.
Sure.
But I'm saying, what is it? I'm trying to understand fully, like, what you're trying to explain.
I don't know.
You said you just want to be a person.
Hey, Kirill, before you answer this,
I don't know what that means.
Be very careful with your answer.
No, I just hate when people are like, oh my God, I'm like a Leo and like a Italian-American princess. And you're like, how about, what do you do? Like, what's your life like? All the things you've named, you had nothing to do with. Like, when people are like, oh my God, I'm gay and proud. If you say you're born gay, you had nothing to do with that. So that's like rooting for being like, check me out, I got arms, right? Like, we're just born with arms. And the people who are like, I'm Italian and I'm gay.
So, okay, so
I like people, so that's why I'm like, I don't lean on being Jewish, right? No, I don't, it's not in my bio, right?
I get it, I understand.
Russian.
But I'm saying, so what is it that you are like?
I just want to be me. I'm just me. I'm proud of the things I had control over, and I don't take credit for the things I don't have control over, right? I don't take credit for being Russian. I don't take credit for being...
There's a word for that. Can I say it?
What is it?
American.
Yeah, I guess. That annoys me.
Don't you? You don't walk...
Well, people that yell that out.
What, I'm American?
I'm American. That just annoys me. Because you're also, when people are too proud about being from somewhere,
Florida.
You're like, it's like,
I'm 100%
you're just annoying
American,
me.
yeah.
You're just
I got
annoying
the American flag tattooed on me.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, so what happened, so I have it without the stars. Can I tell the story?
That looks like a rehab. That looks like a rehab.
Looks like 9/11 upside down.
I got Florida right there.
I'm more Florida than you. I have Outback Steakhouse.
Okay, hold on.
And that's a Florida brand.
All jokes aside.
So you guys are happy to be trash, basically.
Hold on. Him and I are white trash. That is what we are.
I get it.
And that's what we're known for.
But I'm saying there's people that are doing astrology like, oh, I can't
Also, the
stand
only
it.
color you can put in front of the word trash and not get canceled.
Yeah. Okay, so I owned part of a pest control company for a little bit. What happened was...
You're like,
you kind of look like the fucking bad guy in Home Alone. Marv.
I get that all the time. I get that all the time. I like that. I like that. I like that. There's a couple like...
Are you going as that for the Halloween Christmas party? Yeah. You should have gone as Marv for the Christmas
party. How do I do that?
We got to find the Marv outfit for the Christmas party.
Done. Tell me what it is. I'll fucking wear it.
Oh my God.
Done.
Yo.
Dude, I didn't know it was going to be cold when I came to California. I bought 5 fucking hoodies from Walmart. So that's where I'm at in life. I'll wear whatever you want me to.
4.6 million followers. Still shops at Walmart.
Oscar, can you please plug in the fucking voltage scene where he's getting volted out?
That's me. That's
where you should show up like that.
That's literally my favorite scene of the whole movie.
I used to make that meme when you comment, she comes on sucking.
Oh my God. That's like one of my favorite. And the Kevin, my name's Kevin. So that Kevin, everybody gets that.
Kevin's a good name.
I post memes and it's like, Kevin. It's like the GIF over and over and over again. Oh yeah. Okay. So I own part of a pest control company. What happened was I got out of college. I have a finance degree and a business management degree. Got out, I was doing mortgages, and my dad was like, hey, I'm not going to live for a long time. I need you to come and take over my pest control business. So I was like, okay. So I ran a pest control business for like 5-6 years.
Good money?
It had good money. I was not making good money off of that.
Good practice for dealing with internet trolls.
I was probably making like 60 grand a year coming off of that. So
okay. That's not good money.
What year was this though?
2012, 2013.
2013, 60K in Florida?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Well, I'm
back in the day, yeah.
Anyway.
Sure.
Florida.
Right, yeah. So what happened was, fuck, what story was I telling? God damn it, you guys have got
control. You were doing mortgages?
Oh yeah, my thing. Okay, so what happened?
Mortgages?
Yeah. I was writing mortgages, and my dad was like, hey, I'm not going to make it for very long. Do you want to take over the pest control company? If not, a bunch of people are going to lose their health insurance. And I was like, all right, let's okay. That sounds like something I need to do. So I had an employee that I really liked. He was a Cuban guy. Everybody in my stories are Cuban. That's like what's in Florida. And
they're Florida.
That's what's in over there.
Yeah,
that's what's in over there.
Yeah.
Just a different
Florida Mexicans.
Mexican.
Yeah. They're water Mexicans. So yeah,
they're great. Cubans?
So
awesome.
Hired this guy. He was very, very black, but he was Cuban. Just got off the boat, and he just had his card, so I hired him. He was doing lawn work. He was going out and he was busting his ass like every fucking day. And every day he would come back and he would have a huge smile on his face, and he would say, "Thank you for hiring me," every fucking day.
Amazing.
Yeah. So one day he was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to get my citizenship. Can I have like 20 minutes a day to study?" And I was like, "First of all, you get a fucking hour for lunch." No, I'm just kidding. So I was like, "Yeah, whatever. You can have that." And then he came to me and I was like teaching him. I was like, I know I'm American as fuck. So I know all my presidents. I know everything like that. I know civics. I know everything like that. And, he goes, all right, well, when I pass, he goes, I'm going to get an American tattoo because I've never had one before. So I was like, okay, when you pass, I'll fucking buy you your tattoo. So he passes, we go to the tattoo shop and he's like, I want an American flag. So the guy pulls me to the side and he goes, hey man, this guy's like really black. So like, in order for me to get all of the stars, it's going to have to be this big on his back. So I told him that, and he goes, well, how about just the lines? And so we both got both of the lines
cool.
of the fucking thing. Yep. That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. It's a good memory. That is a good memory.
You should have gotten
I
the
like
Cuban
that.
flag.
The Cuban flag,
It's
yeah.
cool that it's cool that you. I like that because that guy actually. I feel like immigrants. There's like something, because I'm an immigrant, so I hold a lot of like emotional.
That's Val's identity.
Sympathy with that.
Where you came from Italy?
Came from fucking
Ukraine?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the things happening?
I mean, do you make any memes about that?
All the time.
Do you?
No, I can't talk about Ukraine. I've talked about white girls putting things in their bio about Ukraine. That's
check
pretty
this
much
out.
as far as I can go.
I just went to a Laugh Factory in Hollywood, and there was a huge comic. He's a Persian dude. I keep forgetting his name, and he was performing. And I was waiting for him because he does a lot of crowd work. So he kept asking people questions. And he was like, oh, who's here from a different country? And I just like timed it perfectly. I'm like, Ukraine.
You're the worst person to go to comedy shows
I did that on
because he
purpose.
likes to talk back to comedians. And I'm like...
Well, relax. I do it in timing.
Because you know
I'm not
comedians.
sitting there fucking
I'm like,
yelling
Val.
at them, bro.
Val's like, pick me. I want to sit up front.
I also wanted to lobby something hard because he's picking on the crowd, and I'm like, yo, and then he was like, oh shit, and then the whole crowd fucking said,
You yelled Ukraine?
yeah, and then he flipped it, and he's like, who's Russian in here? And then he started ripping the Russian.
Do I know the comic?
Yeah, and he was just started abusing this Russian.
Who's the
dude.
comic?
I forgot his name. I gotta search him up.
Way to plug him.
This Persian guy. He has like 1.5 million followers. I forgot his
Damn.
name. He's huge though.
Oh, he's doing
big.
fine without us.
He's big though. He's big, and he flipped it. He crushed it. So why can't you make jokes?
Because the problem is in a comedy club, there's
Whoa,
context.
first of all.
In a comedy club, there's context. On Instagram, he answers to a veiled tribunal that goes, no. And then you lose your account. So why risk it, right?
Yeah, but he's doing it vocally too. He's putting those videos up.
It doesn't matter. Who's he going to get canceled by, though?
Well, here's the thing. There's so many variables to what you said. First of all, fuck you. Why are you going against me?
I'm not going.
Second of all, you have beautiful eyes.
You want to bang me? No, I'm kidding.
Third of all, follow my goddamn account for 2 weeks. So there's my account goes against literally everything that's popular. It's coming to the point now to where I'm going to be a Swiftie because it was so unpopular to like her that I'm now coming back to the front where I'm going to be a Taylor Swift fan to piss more people off. It's not, Kirill does it on such a big level. So this is like talking, this is like Kim God and
No, shut up. Listen, let me ask the question that go along with his. What can't you joke about on Instagram?
Jews.
For the sake of your own wallet. Jews. Right? Because people don't get this.
Jews,
people on the internet think like, oh, white people humor, like if I make a Jew joke and I sneak by with it, people always go like, try that, making fun of that group now. Try saying that. And they think you're soft because you're like one-sided. I'm like, dude, I can't make that joke because then I'll lose my account and then I lose a lot of money. It's not because I don't want to. I have hate for everyone, right? How often can you not joke about things?
Every day you fucking send me something, dude. Yeah, I feel horrible. Like my job in life is to wake up to Linda and him sending me content and me being like, dude, I can't fucking post that. It's brilliant, but I can't post that.
But what about like what
Jews, I can't talk about Jews. I can't talk about trans people. I can't talk about...
Positively, can you? Can you be like, hey, go support this trans charity? Would you think you'd be okay with that? Probably. Right. But you can't be like, you can't make a joke like...
I don't even want to mention it at this point. It's like, it's that bad.
But does it bother you? Or are you okay?
I don't give a shit. Yeah. One of my cousins is trans. I'm
No.
Oh, that I can't talk about it?
Yeah, not the trans part.
Of course it bothers me that I can't talk about it, but I get it. I got to play the game. You know,
bothers me.
I've made so much money off of this that
it annoys the daylights out of me.
I don't. It's like, dude. It's walking that like. It's self-sabotage.
I hate when people tell me
it's very self-sabotage.
Dude, imagine
because I'll post and he
me
texts me and he'll be like, "Kirill, you should pull that down." And I'm like, I know, because it's so fucking annoying.
And he knows
not being able to take that risk, right? Like it's such a tiny risk in the scope of the world. But to post something so out of pocket. And be like, I'm risking my entire following to then my ability to make money just to get this
Imagine
fucking dumb
waking
joke
up and
out.
having 5 fire memes that you can't fucking post.
But that right there is also...
This is also the gayest conversation among
Yeah,
What?
for sure.
Right, because the evolution of man has gotten to
that we're posting shit on our phones.
You guys chose to do this.
No, I'm just saying we're the gayest generation of men alive.
I mean, listen, it is what it is, bro. This is what it came down to. We got phones now.
And in our defense, you and I are the least most homophobic people ever. And the least most, you had a transphobic girl.
I've kissed more guys than any person in this room.
I'm not going to fight you with that.
I've held more penises in my hand probably than more guys in this room.
How long have you been running this page for?
10 years.
Why
10 years?
Yeah.
I'm just interested to hear how this all.
So Kirill was first generation. I'll explain it to you. So Kirill there was Fuck Jerry, there was Fat Jewish, there was Daquan, and there was Kirill. That was essentially the first generation.
Right.
Okay.
Agreed.
After that, shortly came me, came Tank Sinatra, came Shithead Steve, came all of that generation, Hoodville, all of that generation. So at least my generation looks up to Kirill like he's Kirill's my goat. You know, Kirill is my
because
number
you grew
one.
up on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
How
only
old are
that,
you, by the way?
Not only that, I'm 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So not only that, but like 2013.
I've been telling you that,
He's a
but
god.
you're like, no.
He's literally a god to me.
I've been telling him.
Yeah. So
He doesn't listen.
2013, I didn't have a meme page
Then
yet.
why don't these people promote me?
Because you
Show
constantly.
me some fucking love. Give me my flowers while I'm alive.
Because you don't follow the
I want my
advice you gave me.
following back. I
gave
want
me-
my
you
engagement
gave
back.
me advice at the elevator one time. You're like, Val, play the game, dude. Play the game.
What's the game?
You tell me.
What's the game?
You're the one that's not playing
Blow
it.
Shithead Steve? What does he look like? Does Shithead Steve also look like a Home Alone character? Does he look like he does?
Yeah. He's kind of. So there's a guy
Who
that
are these real people?
There's a guy that owns Shithead Steve, and there's a guy that runs Shithead.
How much
Steve.
of this is brands and how much of this are people like you?
Shithead Steve's 100% brands.
So it's like just a
hold on.
community.
Sorry. There's a guy named Justin that runs Shithead Steve. He's very, 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 very talented.
But is it like a boardroom of people running these meme pages,
Yes.
or is it still you
Yeah.
in your underwear, like still being like,
no, it's not that. It's a boardroom, but also there's accounts. Shithead Steve, Moist Buddha, two of my very, very close friends, and they put in fucking 90 hours a week every week.
Can I ask you something? I'm sorry to cut you off. But how does this workspace look like? Making memes all day. Do you have like Chinese food all over the house? Like just are you like a frat kid, or like are you?
Kirill's been in my house. I have a very nice house, but I didn't start there. It started like that.
Yeah?
Yeah. And now I'm.
Where's that cup of noodles everywhere and shit? But now I'm 35.
I don't. No. It was never. I'm a clean person. It was never. I never had shit. I've cleaned.
I
up
could just
after.
imagine like people that run meme pages. They're just like, you know.
People think that for sure. Yeah.
Right, until you realize how much money they're making, and it's
Exactly.
probably something more along
What
the
are you
lines of
making
this.
on a good month, if you don't mind me asking?
Hold on. Before you do that, let me give Kirill his fucking flowers, dude. You
Oh,
fucking.
I'm sorry.
Guys, I don't want to make this
Dude,
so
you were literally the blueprint of meme pages that were edgy.
Guys, I stole memes from Reddit.
But I get it. But you fucking
I'm a
did that,
curator.
and then you built it into
He
a
loves it.
fucking.
He hates compliments,
What
so
you
he-
built it into
No, because-
is insane, and I know how fucking hard you work.
No, you know why? You know why all this
be
bothers
this
me?
humble
I went
is
to an
insane.
OnlyFans party once and I got introduced at a party.
Oh my God.
They're like introducing me to like actual like people. And the guy goes, oh, it's Kirill. He makes memes. I was like, bruh, you shitting me? That's the intro?
I mean,
Kirill
I've only
makes
been
memes?
I've only been on
Like,
tour
I'm
with
sorry.
Nas and like
Right, you could have thrown me a little bit
Chappelle
more
and Chris
street
Rock and
cred,
shit.
a little street cred, not like, oh, and here's this guy, this fucking.
You know why? I can tell you why. You know why? Because you go against norms, and then people get scared to introduce to be like, "Yo, this is slut whisper." To them, it's like, "Holy shit,
Bro, there's a
raunchy."
variety of ways.
It's
to
like
describe
how do
me.
we? People are too afraid nowadays to lose brands, to lose friends, to do.
Okay,
It's just so many things.
Dude, it's not even that. Let me tell you how I first came across you. Okay, this was like 2012, 2013. You came to West Palm Beach in a fucking
Name drop.
It was West Palm Beach. Is that the name?
No,
is that a name drop?
No. I mean, like my tour stops, my entire career looked like stops on the Oregon Trail. Like I literally did.
So you came
All
to,
over.
I live in a shit city. You came to literally the biggest bar there. It was called Dr. Feelgoods or whatever the fuck it was called at that point.
Sounds like a
Literally, it was like a rub and tug.
Yeah. It was that, but it was the biggest
Sounds like
bar in my town. Okay. And what you did was you fucking came there and you had a pool, what you do normally in the middle. And apparently you had a double-sided dildo and you had two girls fuck themselves in between it. And I looked at that and I
don't remember
thought,
that.
in 2013, I looked at that and I thought that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, because he's bringing the circus to the club.
It's,
you know what I mean?
yeah, he's bringing the circus to the circus. It's fucking Florida.
It's Amsterdam inside a club.
You know how hard it is to impress someone from Florida?
For Florida to be
Yeah.
like, damn, he did what?
What?
Yeah, people got fired at the fucking bar. And then I remember afterwards there was a newspaper article and I was like, he's not going to post that. He's going to get fucking shit for it. And you fucking put it like on your main feed. I was like,
I'm the
I was
king
like, I
of
want to
grand
be.
openings, grand closings.
Yeah,
I've closed
if
so
you
many
guys want to
bars.
fucking lose
I've
business,
I've closed so many bars. You have no idea.
My man, what about Canada, bro?
I've closed 3 bars in Canada at least. 1 in Hoboken.
Weren't you not allowed back in Canada for a while?
No. Canada loves me.
But can you imagine that in Lavo in New York City? Can you imagine that?
Dude, I did it.
You've never seen that shit.
We got to go to New York.
Lavo is fucking wild. To do that inside of that
Tao property before
homie,
it was like,
bro, we're talking about this.
Dude,
it
was crazy.
this venue is like $5 million, or if not more, probably.
Yeah, so they allowed it. That was the beauty of Instagram at that time, is that there was not a lot of dilution, right? So like if you had a good Instagram, like they let you get away with murder everywhere you went.
And you had the best of
Yeah, and I was like, every club wanted
best.
me. Yeah, every club wanted me because they were like, oh, we don't care. We'll put up with the antics.
Homie, murder, this shit's fucking...
So yeah, you were a god to me growing up. You were my inspiration. You were my blueprint, dude.
Why'd you pick white people humor?
Because it was hilarious and a very good name.
Did you have
Why
other
don't you
name
pick
ideas?
black people humor?
Because I'm white. So what happened was I was like, all right, I'm a white person.
And I love
And
humor.
I saw, I was like, what's going to be like super offensive without getting me banned, you know? And I was like, white people humor. And
10 years though, you put a fight.
I'm second generation of Kirill, man. That he's the GOAT. I'm second GOAT. I'm a Billy.
But you see, but you gotta understand. Imagine Kirill played by the game, like he walked that needle. He would be at like 10 million, 20
If I
million
didn't have
followers.
Slut Whisperer,
No, he wouldn't. But I love you, but you wouldn't.
No, I don't like memes.
Because you would have been banned to what's out there.
I just said if
this
you
motherfucker does not care about losing followers at all. Like I've never seen
Yo, him
so
and I
much.
text.
I've
And he's
never
like,
seen.
guys, I'm gonna lose so many followers from this. I'm like, bro,
He doesn't
bring
give a
it.
fuck.
I'm like, bring
Does
it.
not give a fuck.
I don't care because I don't need you. Like you're not making me money anyways. Then
Slut Whisperer is going to be
fat.
Slut Whisperer is going to be at like 600,000 in like 2 years, and he is not going. He is going to
just
care
care about the power.
least
My man,
about
I've
anybody.
been friends with him for long enough. He's lost all his big accounts in front of me. You understand that I when he first
Bill-
initially he met me when he had 20,000 followers or 30,000 followers when he was just touring.
You
and
guys
doing
are like best
photography.
friends, right?
I know him for a long time. Well, he doesn't want to accept me as a best friend, but it's okay.
I mean, if you got to pay someone to be your friend, I guess
I don't know what that
You've
means.
bought my loyalty.
you get paid for this podcast.
I know, but you're trying to say that you're buying me for you to be a friend. You stupid. This kid's out of his bird. All right. The point
Also,
of the
this
story,
podcast is going to
This
be
is great.
extremely successful.
Oh
is
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it's,
Anything this motherfucker puts his mind to
I know
works.
he's a fucking top tier Jew.
Literally anything.
No, top tier Jew is a great. Damn, that's a great line.
You think I'll be able to have kids by 35 or no?
No, how old are you?
30. We got 5 years.
Do you think you're gonna 5 years?
Do you want kids?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a typical Italian, aren't you? you want 8 kids, don't you?
Yo, your lights out, honestly. How much did you smoke before you got here?
I kind of like you better as an Italian.
I'm
Dude,
always
be Italian.
I'm Carmine.
Be Italian from
My Italian
Valentino.
name is... No, Donnie.
Valentino. You're not Donnie. You're
I'm
Valentino.
Donnie. Hey, you down? No, listen.
I hate
Are you
that.
Italian or no?
Does that bother you, that new trend of Italian influencers? They're like blown up out of nowhere. All of a sudden, every influencer is like, hey, oh, good.
No.
Your sister's tits. No, there's so many.
What's
you don't
the-
see any Italian. How
what's
many
the cook?
Italian?
The cook.
Meals by Couge.
Koosh, yeah, that's
You
what
kind
I
of look
hear.
like Koosh a little bit, though.
Sonny brought him up, if you want to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually like his content.
Wait, excuse me, what did
I
you
actually
say?
enjoy Meals by Couge.
Do you know Sonny Grape Juice Boys?
I'm sorry, I have no idea what that is. That sounds like a Jew.
Do you not like memes at all?
No, he just followed me 4 weeks ago.
So there's
My
a
brother,
huge meme
I'll be
account.
honest with you. The meme thing, like, was great for me. And a little while ago, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, right? It was
what?
amazing.
You don't jerk off and you don't read memes?
It was amazing to watch memes in the beginning, but then when I started seeing like it's just like rap music, you know, and it starts sounding the same over and over again, I'm just like, oh, I'm good.
Fair enough.
You're going to love his pumpkin in the ass meme.
Yeah, follow me first of all.
Okay, so can we follow each other real quick?
Yeah,
you
fuck
follow
yeah.
me or no, dude?
I do
Did
not.
you really not follow him?
Yo, so you see Petty?
This motherfucker, he has no idea who I am.
Yeah,
no
but-
idea.
Yeah, I do. What are you talking about? You it's funny that you didn't follow me as
Who are you
out
looking
of
up?
Petty.
His name is White People Humor.
Hold on.
I know.
What are you writing non-white people?
What's your thing? I didn't follow you out of petty. I swear on my life.
Yeah, but well, you
Maybe
clearly
you
know
were-
that I don't follow you.
You
so
guys don't follow
Oh
him.
yeah, that
You
is
can't
true.
follow
That
him.
is true. I
You're
didn't
not
follow
going to
you.
follow him back.
So my
You
man,
follow
so
one
excuse me,
person.
so you only follow one person, but you want me to follow you?
I'm following you right now.
Yeah, from Kevin Flynn.
And then you're gonna unfollow me.
No, Kevin Flynn is on it.
So hold on.
I didn't follow you on Kevin Flynn.
News.
Now you did.
You know,
I followed both his pages.
I know
and
News
he's not
Flynn, yeah,
following
from
you.
back in the day.
That's my agent. That's like
Who was that?
I love her.
Who's your?
I met her like
Christina.
6-7 years ago. We were cool.
I asked her before I signed a contract with Kirill, and I was like, "Hey, do you know them?" And she spoke so highly.
Yeah,
of you
she's
guys.
cool as fuck.
She loves you guys.
I think she also has another.
She
movie.
loves Kirill. Yeah,
She's very cool. I met her a long time ago. She's very cool.
What memers hate me?
I don't think anybody hates.
Come on, someone's got to hate me.
Dude. Can I?
No, there's some chick. There's some chick that hates me.
Duh. There's always.
I
some
want to
chick
know
that hates
who.
you.
I'm trying to
You
start
are
beef.
Literally,
We're trying to start beef in the internet world.
there's a meme page called "White People." Who
I need to get in a
fucking
fight
hate
with
you.
someone. Honestly, we should just get in a fight on Instagram. I need some beef
You keep calling me Italian is amazing.
Do you have a black friend here, like in LA?
to fight with.
No. How about you bring him in, and then you're like,
No. Like even on Instagram, I need to start beefing. Like, yo, you stole my memes, and then it like builds clout for me. I need to beef as a marketing strategy.
Are you friends with Fat Jew?
I don't know.
What was your favorite time of Instagram?
2014.
Right when Netflix dropped, and I could get away with murder for
But you didn't.
2 months.
You were so fucking big when Netflix dropped, dude.
for 2 months.
Oh my God.
I was at like
I wish you didn't
200,000
push
followers.
I wish you didn't push it that hard though.
You were like my god, dude.
It bothers me so much, bro. Like I really just like want to fight you sometimes.
What do you think?
I
he
mean,
did
there's no
wrong?
point. I mean, dude, what's
You
the
think he
like,
did something wrong?
I mean, my brother,
I did everything-
coming from a guy that threads the needle and
I
doesn't
did
want to
every-
get banned and lose followers, he did something wrong.
Tits is what he did.
right? But I'm.
You're gonna hate on him for being a fucking
I don't
god
hate
that's
him.
posting tits.
It's not about.
I took
it's
high
not
risk,
hating
high
on him.
reward.
I know.
I take high risks to
I
try
also
to yield a high
can't.
reward.
You keep praising him, right? And I love that. But you you walk a thin line of like I can't post this, I can't post that. And to me, as a best friend, to watch him grow from where he got into, and then he did that. That was a monumental situation.
Do you see what he posted this morning?
I know, but I understand.
Dude, but I don't care. You're saying
It just bothers me because I feel like you could have easily done that still. You could have still pushed the limits and still kept that.
Girl, you can't lose Bloodwurst again.
You guys attach too much meaning because I just don't care.
Dude, you're so fucking cool. Why are you so fucking cool?
It doesn't matter.
God
like
damn
at the end of the day,
this motherfucker's like, I can lose everything. I don't give a shit.
Right, because I'm a cockroach. Like, I'll just crawl back out. Like, I'd much rather
But I'll
have
be
a
honest with
little
you.
bit of integrity, just a little bit, and be like, you know what? If that's my party and that's what they want to watch,
It's gonna be on my rap album.
and I have free,
It's gonna be the intro.
and I'm the only one serving them tits on Instagram when they were letting me do it. Like, yeah, I was gonna do
But
it.
his
gonna be
creativity
my
comes
album.
from the freedom, and I get it. I get what he's
my
saying.
also
He doesn't like
creativity
being
comes-
boxed in.
No, my also
doesn't give a
creativity
fuck.
comes from
That's his thing.
struggle too. I like digging myself out of holes. That's my entire career.
You're self-sabotaging.
That sounds like that sounds like the white people that are ashamed to be white.
No, it's just, these are all muscles you're building because one day when this is over, I'll hopefully try to apply it somewhere else, right? So now I've developed a certain set of skills instead of having this, crazy journey of nothing but success is like, dude, there's no one that doesn't have failures. Just because he threads the needle and doesn't go too risky, he has his own failures.
Huge failures.
Give me one. What happened?
Okay, so 2008, I was in college, and I came out with essentially the same exact thing as what's that music service that plays the next song it thinks you're gonna like?
Napster?
No.
Pandora.
Pandora, yeah. I essentially came out with that, like fresh out the box before them. They were a company since like 2004, but they didn't have this. And what it was I was recommending people of something that it sounded like of new artists they've never heard before. And I was charging the artists $15 a month. And I was, it was called We March as Millions, which is a Nas song who I'm putting to you because you're the fucking, and because I'm a huge Nas fan. And, that's what's the name of the thing. And I used MySpace to do it. And I had like 40,000 people on it. Huge. So I was in my dorm and I was paying, I had about $1,200 in my bank account total. And, the royalties for it were, I was making like, I don't know, I don't remember what I was making, but the royalties for it were like $1,100. It was more than that. It was like $1,150, so I had like $50 left and I gave it all to him. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. I was getting money through scholarships, but it wasn't a lot of money and I had to pay for books and shit. I remember I went a whole semester without buying the books. I'm smart, I did it. That's wild. But and it was 2008 where the books weren't online,
right.
Anyway, so I get to month 3 and I get to month 2 and they sent me a thing and they're like, hey, with the amount of users you're using, you're going to owe about, $200,000 in royalties for this coming up month. And I was like, okay, well, I have $0. And the money that I was making through subscriptions wasn't doing it. What I was doing was I was walking around my dorm and I was just like being like, hey, can I borrow like your iPod, and like taking all their music, which I get is illegal now.
Right.
But I had to shut it down immediately. And I knew it was big. I knew it was the next Pandora. And I remember I walked like, I rolled 3 blunts and then I walked across USF's campus. I went to University of South Florida and I was just smoking the blunts. Like it was like fucking 11 a.m. Like everybody was out, you know, I was just fucking in my pajamas, just like my life was over, you know. And I just remember sitting on, there was a thing called the MLK fountain, which you weren't supposed to stick your feet in, that I didn't know because I had a black friend and he was like, yeah, you're supposed to wash your feet in there, which is apparently disrespectful. Anyway.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible.
yeah. So I was sitting there fucking 12 a.m. in the middle of nowhere with my feet in the fountain smoking a blunt. And I was like, I failed. I have $0 in my bank account.
Are you talking to Martin Luther King?
I'm talking to myself.
You're just
yeah. And I was like, but I'm really, really good at getting a bunch of people congregated together online, you know? And I was like, I'm going to use that in the future.
You ever got caught stealing memes?
I credit everybody, you know? And
who cares?
What?
Who cares about stealing memes? Like, right? Like, why do people care? It's not a legitimate art form. Well, I'm sorry. It's a legitimate business, but it's not a legitimate art form.
I have an argument. Okay, so what I was doing...
No, I'm trying to defend the fact that you can steal it.
So what I was doing was every time I would post a meme on any of my pages, and I have like 11 pages, I would write Kevin super, super, super small on it to where I was the only one that knew it was there. And then when someone reposted it, I would DM them and be like, hey man, you stole my meme. It says Kevin on it. No, like I'm just flattered that you reposted it, you know. And then they would get the retag, you know, every time. And that's how I made a bunch of friends.
But do you steal memes?
Yeah. Well, I credit them. Is it stealing if you credit them?
Have you made friends with any comics or anybody big?
I don't need to steal memes. In 2019, I made more memes than anybody on the fucking planet. It was me. Tank Sinatra was like very much down here, and then it was like everyone below me. I made more memes than anybody on the planet.
I probably make 10% of my memes.
Yeah.
So you're AI of memes.
I could be. Fuck yeah. And I use
How many memes a day do you pump out? Like into the folder?
16, 17.
Why haven't you taken some of your money, because now you got money, and go to Art Basel and sit in a glass box and for 12 hours a day, just make memes?
Just come on.
And just make memes. Like that's the art form. Like actually give it artistic integrity. Bring it to Basel. People will be like, what is this thing? And you're just in a glass box. Like a glass box in a dark room, and everyone just comes in, shuffles in, and they just watch you. You're just designing memes.
It's actually a fire idea.
I have enough money to make that happen if you do it with me, and next to me just sell merch the entire time, just loudly. Fine. You know, because I'm making me, you know, it makes sense.
Fine.
And then it's an art piece.
Fine.
Okay. Miami, 2020.
You'll do, I'm just a sellout. I'll sell the merch.
yeah.
And then you could do like a sculpture of like a champagne bottle and like.
No. I don't want to contribute any art.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm strictly the Jew in this situation.
Hell yeah. You always are.
Yeah. I mean, someone's got to be.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years? Is that a thing?
Oh, sure.
I know where you're going to be.
Oh, probably dead. Honestly.
Oh, what a sad story in here, huh?
What, in 20 years?
Yo, imagine watching this, just trying to be excited for someone's life, and you're like, in 20 years, I'm just going to die.
I'm having fun here.
People got to watch this podcast and be excited for you for the next 20 years of your life.
Kirill, what if you made, you need to do this for me and for everyone that's ever defended you.
Yeah.
You need to fucking do exactly what you're doing till you fucking die. No. It has to happen.
I have failed.
You have to go. You have to do your parties. You have to fucking do it. If you're pouring champagne on bitches, this is too much upkeep. When you're fucking 85, you're the god.
This is too much upkeep. I want to be done in the next 10.
Fair enough.
And I don't want to disappear. I don't care. Like, this is like fun, and this is a way to like express myself. It's a great medium. That's the only medium I know how to play with. But like, yeah. I would love to not do this. I'd love to just enjoy my money and like just.
But that's also a lie in a way, because
that is not going to happen. That is not going to fucking happen.
Will I still make content like post to Instagram? Probably, because I'll still tell my life. But like, do I want to run a real business? No. This is so much stress. This is not that fun.
I think realistically, let's say you have whatever you do, 30 million in the bank.
Sick.
I think you're gonna Do that for 2 or 3 years. You're going to fucking disappear. And then you're going to come back and you're going to be like, I got 40 years left to live, you know?
Yeah, there's
And
so
you're gonna
much of the
fucking
world
do-
to see.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be, if you see me back on Instagram after I make $30 million, I have squandered my $30 million. Just letting everybody know.
I don't
I'm
think that's true.
disappearing
I don't
so
think that's
hard.
true. I think you come back.
I don't care.
Can I offer you a plan?
Right.
There's
I'll sell you my account.
There's a retirement. Oh yes, 100% sell me Slow
don't
Whisperer.
want
I will buy it immediately.
There's-
You're never gonna have. It's never gonna happen, right? So
I got dibs first, by the way, on that.
I don't know if that's true.
We got to write it. Contract.
I'm gonna have more. I have more money than you, so it's like a fucking right.
How do you
I can
know?
write- What?
How do you know?
What do you do for a living? You cut hair, right?
But how do you know what I do outside of
sell
cutting hair?
drugs.
How do you know if I don't sell
make
fucking
$1
weed
million,
by
do you?
fucking pallets?
Do you?
Huh? How do you guys know? How do you know I don't have
think he
properties everywhere?
I think he does. Anyway.
It's a bold statement, but go ahead.
Anyway.
You asked him?
I didn't say anything.
You asked him
He
how
made a
much you
statement.
made. You
Anyway,
asked him how
sorry,
much
I
you
didn't mean to
made.
offend you.
No, you're not offending me. I just a crazy statement to make.
So there's a retirement community in Florida called the Villages that
The Villages?
I'm inviting all of my friends to.
Oh, yeah. That's like where the Disney kind of, no?
No. It's an orgy community for old people.
Gross.
And what they do,
Don't invite me.
is they have fucking loofahs hanging on the outside of their car, and depending on what color loofah they have, it's like a sex community. So like black is like you're down for anything. Blue means that you have like
Where's
a
this
partner
loofah hanging? Off my ass?
off your car, and also off your door, your front door.
Oh, so you just go to that house, you're like, oh, those Johnsons
Those
over there.
people
they
wanna fuck. Yeah,
that guy
hell
sucks
yeah.
a great dick over there.
Wild.
Hell yeah!
What's like Truman Show
That's
kind of like
disgusting.
area?
Also,
It's just
if
like a
I'm-
bunch of
if I'm-
houses.
It's the highest STD community in the world.
Yeah, because
Oh,
old
it's a
people don't
great
care.
place to
They're on
throw a
their way
party.
out.
Yeah.
Crash the car. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But that's disgusting. Also, if I'm 70 and fucking 70-year-olds, I've also failed.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I have 30 million.
If you're making so
I have
much
$30
money, why are
million
you
and
fucking
I still
70
got to
years?
put into Estee? I'm like Estee. We have some. We got to work out some.
Bro, people
situations.
that have that much money usually still fucking college girls.
No, they're probably fucking children at that point.
It's younger.
Yeah, I think the more money you have, the younger the pussy gets. That's why, like, 21, we're like, oh, it's okay. 18, it's like, oh, yeah, it's a little close. And then you become a billionaire. You're like, oh my God, these guys are like fucking 12-year-olds, right? The poorer you are, the more you're willing to fuck an 80-year-old woman. Because you're like, yo, she'll take care of me. And the more money you have, the younger the pussy gets. Wow,
I'll
genius.
fuck an 80-year-old woman. I'm what's called a reverse breeder.
You fucked an 80-year-old one?
Well, I'm what's called a reverse breeder. So I date like really old women, and then I try to change
You
them
honestly
before.
look like
you
a
kinda-
reverse
you kinda-
breeder.
I mean, you kinda look
I'm
like
keep it
you-
a bug with you. You really do look like a reverse breeder.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! I do well in that community.
Let me ask you a question then. Have you ever shaved your face?
I was shaven until like 4 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you ever go back?
No, I'm good, man. The beard works. I look
What
like,
is it about it? The
beard?
Yeah.
I feel like I look like a child without it.
I think
I have
that's
dimples
great.
though.
You don't want to look younger?
So when I'm like 70, you're saying shave the beard?
No, grow the beard when you're 70.
So shave it now and then
The
grow it
beard
when I'm
makes
70?
you look older.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Much older.
Hell yeah. I look like a child without it. I look like I'm 18 without it.
The beard
With
is
the
like
be-
the beard also gives me weird vibes because like you have oversized clothing and then the beard, it's kind of like
Amber Alert.
yeah. I'm not judging. I'm just saying like the beard gives you definitely that like I'm from Ohio. Don't walk into my basement, you know, kind of look.
I'm Florida man.
You know what
You
I
ever heard
mean?
of Florida man?
Anything about you.
Homie, I'll be honest with you. The meme shit it really died out for me like 3 years ago. Like
You
I
don't
just
like them?
I just don't. I don't.
What do you think of my memes?
Homie, I
Doesn't like- I
I
bet he
like
likes,
your
like,
memes.
one of my
I like
posts
your
about
memes. First of all, here, like there's certain memes that I like, and there's certain things I don't watch that shit anymore. It's just like I said, there's
do you- what do
rappers
you
that I
watch?
used to
What do you
listen to.
watch?
I
Yeah,
just
what
don't
do
listen
you-
to them
what do
anymore.
you
What do you
watch?
consume?
I just watch like crazy
you-
documentaries of like people
watch
burying
that
kids in their
Represent guy.
basement and shit like that. You know,
Yeah,
You watch
yourself.
people building, you watch like Gary Vee and like business building.
I can't watch
Gary
Gary V. Yeah, he's like the Gary V of memes.
That's a,
No,
great-
I'm
that's a
fucking-
compliment.
Yeah, you are.
That's a compliment. If Gary Vee sat on this couch, we would dick ride him so hard. So
Why
let's-
not?
Yeah, exactly.
So what?
So Gary Vee, like, don't.
Gary Vee knows who you are. I don't know why you keep waving at the camera. He knows who you are.
Oh yeah,
homie.
Gary Vee, call me. You lost my number.
Also,
probably.
Gary V's he's ahead of the algorithm. That guy, he's on point.
I have an opinion. I don't want to.
He looks
Tell me,
like
tell
he
me,
looks
what is it?
very. His job looks so hard because he's just always on.
So my opinion on Gary Vee is I like him. I respect him. But he offered me to do ads a couple years ago and he sent me what he wanted to post, which was a video of don't sell yourself short, know what you're worth.
Oh, like he would pay you and you would post his real video clips.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it was like, don't sell yourself short, know what you're worth. And then he tried to, he offered me like $750 for an ad. So I sent him back my like real prices and they like didn't respond to me. So I sent him their own video back. I was like, know what you're worth, But fucking, he does ads through like every meme pages.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
but
just a media company that he probably hires.
Yeah, but at the end of the
That probably
day,
wasn't even him.
yeah, so there's no beef. At the end of the day,
There's no
it's two
beef,
people
ever.
doing business, right?
I like Gary Vee.
if I find out something costs like 20 grand and I thought it was 500, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy's
Yeah, I
crazy.
like
He's
Gary
also
Vee.
very smart because the shredding and the abuse that he gets on the internet, he uses it towards his advantage, which I like.
Bro, you're not doing anything good if someone doesn't like
Drake was a meme and he became one of the biggest rappers. You know what I mean?
I mean, Drake had Wayne backing and everything,
and TV shows and
Yeah.
And when Drake came out, Drake was like one of the biggest artists because Drake was known to like do everything.
No, he wasn't in the beginning. He only became biggest artist because he was soft as a rapper. So
When he
blew
came
him
off
up.
Degrassi, if you there's an Eminem clip that when he came out, and
know.
he was like, I want to sign him, and he can do everything. He can fucking play instruments. He can sing. He
But
can
there's
do
also
everything.
people that denied him. There's also people that were like, yo, he's whack, he's soft, this is not going to
He
work.
got
50 denied him.
He got an offer from fucking Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and Eminem.
I don't know about that. I never heard about Jay-Z.
Drake. We also want you on the podcast,
never heard
so
of
don't
Jay-Z.
listen to Val. Drake, if please come.
Google
on
it.
the pod.
Lil Wayne,
Why stop shitting on
Lil Wayne
potential
and Drake
guests?
were fighting.
He
Make
did.
fun of people below us.
Yeah, it's Jewish in him. He's trying to, like, I love you, Drake.
I'm a Drake.
Why are you
fan.
trying to herb him? Be like, Drake, you can do anything we want to do. Dance.
What do you mean herb him? I just said
you
he's
could
the biggest artist in the
You
world.
could do architecture, probably taxidermy.
Yeah, fuck
He's
yeah.
the biggest artist in the world, homie. He surpassed
I
Jay-Z.
think The Weeknd is right now. And Taylor Swift's probably
Taylor
bigger.
Swift's probably
Taylor Swift's
bigger.
number one in the world.
But for being a rapper, it's crazy. He's legit a pop.
Bigger
rapper.
than the Beatles.
It's huge.
Who cares about
wild.
the Beatles? The Beatles, one of the Beatles still alive, right? Paul McCartney.
I saw.
Who cares about the Beatles? They
I
have
saw-
like a Star Wars following, bro. They fucking people.
Not anymore.
Yes, they
Beatles
do.
are done.
I saw a video. I saw a video the other day, and they.
Beatles are done.
You think so?
When was the last time you heard about the Beatles? When you're like, oh, let me put on the Beatles at home. Maybe if someone samples it, that's better.
What do you listen to in your car if you're alone?
If I'm smoking a joint, I have like a high playlist.
There's an
It's like
elevator.
very like, bow, wah, wah, wah. No, not like Seinfeld music, but like it's just like
Herb.
it's just like good chill music. But I love a lot of like rap music, rock. I listen to everything. It's my mood, right? If I'm like going out, it's like
What?
Jesus
Define
Christ,
that.
by the
Define
way,
what
my
you just
Uber's
said.
a little
bring
bit
them
outside.
out, bring them out.
It's hard to yell with the
Yo, I
barrels
really
in
don't
your
want
mouth.
to cancel. I literally
What
got
time do
to
you have to
fly
leave?
out right now, and my Uber is waiting for me outside.
Is it really? Oh, you
Yeah,
pre-called
because I
it?
pre-called it. Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
Nice meeting you, my friend.
I'll wrap it up.
Hey, we're gonna be good friends.
Yes, we're gonna finally follow each other. It's gonna be nice.
Exactly.
You're flying
follow
to New
you.
York.
I just followed.
you. Yeah.
No, not on the main page.
I only follow myself on the main page.
Yeah, he's like Paulie D. Like they just like, oh, how many people? What's the most amount of money you've been offered to follow someone?
Not like 7,500.
Oh, so that's
You
one
turned
of the
that down?
yeah. The
what would
guy
it
in
take?
March
How much
took
money-
7,500
how
for a
much
tattoo.
money-
You couldn't take 7,500.
How much money? How much money would it take to follow someone? Like, put a number on it.
200,000.
Come on. If I came to you with 100 grand cash, I was like, my man, you got to follow him.
You? Yeah.
No,
Done.
I'm not giving you 100 grand cash.
Right now, you got me 100.
No. But if like I could probably whittle you down to 50K. You'd be like, oh, who's turning down 50 grand
I
cash
am
for
14% Jewish. You could dwindle me down to probably anything.
I got a guy.
They'll give you a hand job and a coat.
I got a guy that will give you a Bitcoin.
Would you do 1 Bitcoin to follow someone?
2 Bitcoin?
That's 80. No, it's falling. Yeah, so it's, what is it, like 40, 38?
No, what do you mean? It's
dropping.
43.
It's dropping.
At 43.
No, when's the last time you
It's
checked?
high as fuck.
When's the last time you checked? Check right now.
It's
How
at
high is
43,
Bitcoin?
bro.
You
I just
this
checked like
morning?
a couple of minutes ago.
Really?
It's like
You're a
42.
big Bitcoin guy?
800 or something like that.
You a big crypto guy?
I like it.
42,227 keeps falling, my man.
I got money.
Not good
I got
times.
money in
Anyways.
shit, man.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys.
Get out of here.
You,
Unclip. I'm
you guys will do your thing, but I just don't want to miss this flight.
Okay,
You
go do your
go
thing.
get your flight,
Okay,
dude.
come
I
give
love
me a
it.
hug. Okay. It smells kind of good.
Like literally haven't showered.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Let's see. Oh yeah, man.
I'll see you later, man.
Hold on, no, you're still here. Don't worry.
No, yeah, I got you.
We're not going anywhere.
I got to piss. You got a bathroom?
We'll just cut this part. What?
I was talking to it while I was peeing. Did you hear?
Do memes get you laid?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
How easy was it to get laid?
Very easy. Like I have, since we've been here, I probably have like 20 girls in my DM.
Saying what? Oh my God, I love your memes. I want
Let me
to your
suck
dick.
you. Yeah.
No, really. Isn't that crazy? That's the, like, you have to have enough self-awareness that we're both dorks, right? To be like, to be like,
Can you see this? This is wild.
to be like, wow, I can't believe a girl would stoop this low to want to blow a dude who just posts.
I've been catfished before. So that means that
Yeah, but I'm also a catfish anywhere I show up.
No, you're not. You're you.
No, but like, you know.
I've had girls show up who are like not themselves, who are like totally different fucking girls.
What do you mean?
All right, so
Smash?
no, okay.
You
So
don't put in work? You're from Florida.
So let me give you an example. So I had a girl text me on, message me on White People, and you were like, let me suck your dick. So this was like 5 years ago. So
Like that, a slut whisperer I used to.
Right. Yes. So I was like, okay, she gorgeous girl, very hot. So she comes to my house, she's in my driveway. I walk out, and then it's not the same girl. It's like this like really, really, really gross girl to the point where you even wouldn't want to get head from her.
Gross or fat?
She was a larger woman. Yes.
I would have been excited. They suck better dick.
No. This girl was gross. Like to the point where you would not want to get head from her. Right.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. She's like, well, I was like, you're not who you said you were. She goes, well, let me suck your dick. And I go, hold on, let me go inside real quick.
Oh my God, and you just locked the door and left.
Yep. And then she was like banging on the door and shit. So that's why I say I have a girlfriend all the time, is because it's mean when I don't want to fuck ugly girls.
But why don't you fuck ugly girls?
Because there's hot girls in the world.
Yeah, but like a little variety helps.
My number is insane. Like I don't know what it is, but
Your number of what?
people I've slept with. Like I was trying to go through every country at one point, you know?
Bang everyone
But there's
in Florida. They come to you.
There's so many countries in Africa that you gotta fucking realize, you know? Or
Are you visiting these countries?
no,
Or are they coming to you?
they're imported.
Oh, gross.
This was like 10 years ago, you know? I've calmed down a little bit. So have you.
Same.
So have you.
But I would sleep with any single one of my followers when I was other relationships. Yeah.
Do you know what your number is?
No, I don't.
I don't know what my number is. I have no idea.
I was more of like if someone is into me, I'm instantly into them.
Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
And because
we're ugly.
Well, not only am I ugly, I also am like, yo, why? I'm a smart gambler. I'm like, why risk it? Like, she's already into me, and someone would be like, yo, hold up. There's going to be hotter girls later. I'd be like, why? This is guaranteed.
Right.
Why risk a 10 turning me down when a 4 is willing to suck my dick in the bathroom closet?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Slippery slope, that's what that's called.
Can you imagine getting my trickle down pussy? Like, my boys were fucking like ones. Last question.
Yes, let's do it.
How often do you turn down people's requests to post charity? Like, how many people bother you in the real world that you know? They're like, Kevin, can you post for, like, my cat is missing?
People that I know?
Yeah.
Well, probably like...
My cat goes missing. Fine, bad example. We're in bed together.
Strangers? Probably 40 people a day.
No, like, okay. Friends you know. How many people have abused your Instagram account?
Everybody, every person I've ever met in my
How
life.
many people have you allowed through? Have you ever been like, fine, okay, this hit a nerve, sure.
4.
Okay, what were they?
You?
Me what?
You were like...
Oh, me faking my death? Oh, okay.
You were like, hey, I died. And also, you guys didn't
Yeah,
post...
we paid you for that.
Yeah, but also you didn't...
Yeah, that's not a fucking...
But also you didn't pay me to say that you were alive again. So that, I think, was where what Linda said was it didn't move the needle, because I think he was trying to sell merch at that time when I was just trying to declare people were that you were dead and that you were my friend and that died, you know?
Yeah, I mean...
I didn't know you were trying to sell merch. And then you were like, oh, you didn't get any followers. It's like, I didn't know you were trying to get followers. I was just trying to... And then you didn't pay me to put that you were alive. After.
I was alive?
Never.
Why would I pay you to say I was alive?
Because now,
Kevin,
4 million fucking people think you're dead.
Kevin, barely. You posted the darkest photo of me.
It got like 2 million impressions.
On my death?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So 2 million people thought you were dead, of my followers. And then you never said you were alive again on my side.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that because I'm a Jew. I'm like, stories. Why I'm gonna pay you to be like, by the way,
I get it.
he's alive.
Man. I get it.
That was just a
and
cost
you were, and
cut. Okay, but that's
and now I get you're totally trying to sell merch. I totally get it. You know, I totally get it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a business.
I get it, but I didn't know that.
I'm not trying to stroke my own ego. You think I was faking my own death just to be like, ha ha,
No,
trying to make money.
I didn't think that. Angie raised 100,000 followers, $100,000 to cancer, and my dad died of cancer. So I'm totally on your side.
Okay.
But and I've defended you.
All right, but listen,
4,000 times in the past month about
you're,
this.
You're not answering my question. We paid you. That's not a charity. Where have you let someone slip through the cracks of your barricades?
I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that that's why people think you're dead.
Okay, that's okay. I like that. People still get excited about it. It's like fucking exciting when it's like people are like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I don't really fuck with the charity thing. What I did, I said this in a podcast 4 years ago, which I regret saying. Yeah. But what I did was I wanted to donate a bunch of money to charity. I found out that this was not tax deductible later, so I fucked myself. But what I was doing was there was a bunch of people that were coming to me with like dogs that were dying. So I probably put like 200 grand towards like surgery for dogs or animals or something like that in like 2018 and never told anybody about it. And then I said it randomly on a podcast in 2019. So
you just re-up the pussy wagon right now. Anyone who will be like, wow, that Kevin.
I don't need a pussy wagon. But
there's no such thing as too much pussy.
Even for you?
Sure.
I like to be surrounded by nice looking things.
Fair enough.
You know, I don't need to gorge myself. I'll go home with the one I came with, but I could still be like, oh, those are pretty people. I'd like to see their butthole.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, I'm going to clap us out. Thank you, Kev. Boom.